And Secretary of State Auntonie Blinken says there's a false equivalence being made between Hamas and Israel. He told Norway's TV2 that it's false to equate the terror group Hamas attacking Israeli citizens and the state of Israel defending itself. NTD spoke with an expert on the Middle East about Biden's role in the conflict and the proportionality of attacks from both sides.
Which is a completely different front.
Nevit Bhaskar is a policy advisor and an expert on the Middle East and Israel. She addresses the claim that Hamas's recent attack on Israel is a response to Israeli police clashes with Palestinians near Al-Aqsa Mosque, a mosque that the Hamas leader said is the trigger of their revolutions.
That is what Hamas said. Hamas said it was in response to the police response to the riot on the Temple Mount. But in fact, they've been amassing these rockets for many years now. The actual timing probably had more to do with internal Palestinian politics. There was an election that was scheduled for next week and was canceled, and there was a lot of frustration about that. So this is really an internal power struggle between Palestinian factions that plays out in rockets on Israeli civilians.
Some say the change in administration in the U.S. led to Hamas's attacks against Israel. For example, former President Trump, who partially brokered peace deals in the Middle East, and ex-Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Biden's weakness and signal led to Hamas's attacks. But Bhaskar says she doesn't see Biden as the cause for the attacks.
I don't believe there's a major change in the American outlook. The Biden administration has supported the Abraham Accords. The Biden administration and the Trump administration and every administration going back since the 70s has supported a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The strategies might be a little different. The contours might be a little different. But I don't think that those played a major role. Other than possibly letting the Hamas leadership believe that they could get away with shooting at Israeli civilians.
According to the Israeli Defense Force, 10 Israeli civilians have been killed after Hamas launched over 3,000 rockets. That's because of Israel's Iron Dome, an air defense system designed to intercept and destroy rockets. This contrasts with over 145 people killed by Israeli airstrikes, according to the Anadolu agency. Bhaskar comments on the disproportionate number of deaths.
Hamas is targeting civilians in Israel and hiding among civilians in Gaza. It's a double war crime. They're using their own civilians as human shields, and that's why Palestinians are getting hurt and injured. Some of them are bystanders. Some of them are injured by Hamas rockets falling short. But it's all due to Hamas's aggression against Israel and complete disregard even for its own civilians' well-being.
According to the Washington Post, Biden has confirmed an over $700 million sale of precise guided weapons to Israel. Kevin Hogan, NTD News.